All right, updates. Field is fully populated. With exception, I still need to address ball trough area. I have a kicker hole there, which is a logistical issue, but I have a solution for it. I still have not constructed my mech. You can see it's not quite centered, but that's okay. Figure that out later. And actually, it probably won't matter a whole lot since it's going to be under the. I'm getting ready to work on this. Those are the lights for the upper moto target. This needs to be drilled. 4 lights, but a lot of the more complicated things that I had going on are now solved. Let me flip the back around so you can see what's going on there. Alright, so here's the back side. Currently I'm just doing some small things, like I have a screw here that's too long. Either find a shorter one or chop that one off. But yeah, it's coming together nicely. Sorry for the dehumidifier running in the background. One thing I did do, a lot of the things that get done when you're constructing something like this as a prototype, I'm just basically using bags of off-the-shelf parts from used machines. A lot of it I've gotten off eBay. But one of the things that I had, a couple logistical issues that you run into when you're doing this, especially when I'm doing it, starting out with a virtual machine and then converting it into a physical machine. You can do some things in the virtual world you can't really do in the physical. Sticking 7 drop targets in a 5 or 6 inch area, really not possible with the physical limitations of some of these mechs. So one of the problems I discovered early on was that my 7 bank target would not fit here. So this is now a 4 bank. Might be actually I think it's it's 4 bank. So if you don't have the physical space, once you get there, then you got to make a decision. So my Playfield that I have, or the translite material, I have 7 lights there. So it makes it interesting because now I have to change the rules around a little bit. So I have 4 targets to light 7 lights. So what I decided was 3 of them will light 2 lights, and 1 of them will light 1 light. So that's how I'm handling that. Up there, that's supposed to be a 4 bank. The 4 bank would fit, but it would cause issues on the top side. So that wasn't really possible. So I end up with a 3 bank here, and I'm handling it similarly to the way I did the 7s. Not a big deal, at least in this prototype stage. So I had another 4 bank. So since I had this, like I said, it's cobbled together from parts, and I bought 1 drop target that was a 1 bank, but it was just listed as parts, so it was missing a bunch of pieces. But I had this other mech that was not going to be used because I didn't have room for it. So I borrowed the plate here from the 4 bank and this tie bar. Now, could I just lop it off? Sure. What happens later if I want to use that 4 bank for something? Then I've just ruined some perfectly good parts. So originally, if you look back at some of the other videos, you'll see that this mech was up here. Well, all this extra material just hanging off up in this area just made it even more cluttered than it already was. So I was like, I took it apart because I already had the holes drilled for the base on that. So actually I had to swap a bunch of parts to make that happen, but it works out much better in this area. There's nothing going on. The only thing I'm going to have in this area is there's going to be a cage that goes like that, and then from there over to like here, and that cage is going to contain the lift mechanism for the display that's going to go in and out of the playfield. What is missing up here, this looks kind of barren. There's actually 2 pop bumpers in this area, but I'm not done testing it in the virtual sense. I had to redesign some things because of the multi-layer. I thought it was going to be too difficult to pull off, so rather than being overly ambitious and not getting finished for Southern Fried Game Expo, I've decided to scale back in some areas. Now, does that mean it can't happen in the future? Absolutely not. I've got plenty of opportunities to expand from this initial design. So anyway, that's where we're at, and I'm still on pace for Southern Fried in July, so hopefully I'll get there. See you guys. Bye.